which we put thread lock on, because you don't want this coming undone. Thread lock's kind of a glue. This isn't a permanent glue, it's a fairly you can relatively easily undo it. It's kind of like acts more like an anti-vibration type of thing. So there, that spins a lot easier, and so this thing can actually change gear on the move. So whilst it's moving, you can just change gear. You don't have to stop. Which is very much like a true vehicle gearbox, synchromesh gearbox. Now then, what I do now is spread grease on it. And the easy way to spread grease on it is just to put grease on these top cogs and just spin it, and the grease will transfer itself to the lower cogs. Or vice versa. Now then, final parts. So I want some circlips. I keep saying circlips. They're not circlips, they're V-clips. I actually want what's probably the remainder of this bag. Almost the remainder of this bag. Should have done that before I put the grease on. Never mind. These things are a little, no, rephrase that, these things are a real slippery thing to try and get in place. This is worse than trying to do chainmail jewellery. That's it. And this here is the thing which you actually use to change gear with, and that's held in place with this little ball unit, and what this does is fasten to the remote control servo that's used to change the gears. Now this gearbox does have a plastic shell that goes around it. It's not left exposed like this. You know what, why don't I take that off there and do this the easy way. Okay, and where's that box spanner? Is there one of these. One of these will fit, but I'm not going to use it here. Okay, and the thread lock will hold that in place. Now then, when there's a servo on the end of that, it just pushes and pulls on that to lock the thing into whatever gear it is that you happen to want it in. He says, thinking I forgot to put a little bit of grease on there. Okay, I now need to get out a motor. Now they do supply a motor, but I'm not going to use it. Oh, there they are. I started this build, I could only find one servo. I figured I'd had 3 around somewhere because I needed 3, and I couldn't find it. Couldn't find them. I had one just laid over there. I found it, so I bought 3 extra. Guess what I've just found? The other 2. Never mind. Servos come in useful. So they actually do supply a motor for this, and it works quite well. That's what I've got in the Scania truck, but it's quite a fast motor, so the thing moves quite fast. What this is a higher torque but lower speed motor. So I'm actually going to try using one of these. It's called a truck puller motor. And I've had these for quite some time, with the intent of swapping them out on the other one. But swapping them out's a little bit, it's a bit of hard work, because you've got to start taking things apart. But so I was going to try it out on this truck first before I went that far. Now this is supposed to be a drop-in replacement, and so we're about to find out whether that is actually the case. Now this goes effectively in there, and it's bolted from the inside, which is why when you if you want to replace the other one, you've got to take the the gearbox basically apart or off, take the covers off it to be able to get inside here. So to put that in place, I'm going to need this, which goes on the shaft and then sits on the motor, and I'm going to need two screws from pack BC. BC2. Yeah, two of these. Let's hope, and I will try them, that they actually fit in the motor. I'll try them before I put the motor in place. And I want two washers, which it claims are MA12. Okay. Oh, okay, only one washer. Metal bag A. I don't think they're in there. No, I think it's in here. Methinks sometimes the part numbering, like MA, would imply it's in metal bag A. Well, it's not in metal bag A. I do wonder what that screw's for. So I think it tells fibs sometimes, or they just decided to repack it without changing the instructions. Okay, I've slit the bottom of that bag, and the bag was open at the top. And the bearings I don't need. I will need the push rod shortly. So that's my washer. That's the two screws. Do they fit? Yeah, they fit there. Okay, we'll put that in this way, I think. Which way do I want? Don't think it really matters too much. Put it through the right way, so again. I don't want the motor vibrating loose, so we will use a little bit of thread lock on it. I said a little bit of thread lock. and a little bit on this one as well. And they will get tightened up in a minute, but we're going to put this in place first. What we'll do is I will just tighten this up. We may loosen that off in a moment, but the intention to tighten it up is just so that I can get the gear in the right place. Now I think the positioning on this motor is must be slightly, this motor must be slightly kind of smaller. That actually doesn't make sense, but it's the bit I'm trying to get at is it's in its lowest most position there, and that gear is only just in the right place. Okay, so in positioning this gear, I want it to run more or less in the centre of the gear underneath. So that's about right. So I'll now tighten that up. The thread lock will hold that in place. Now then, what I should be doing now is align this. So I would loosen this motor off. What I want to be doing is aligning this so it's not tight, but it's also not loose. And it looks just slightly there. There's not a lot of adjustment on that. In theory, what you should do, or can do, I gather, is take a slip of paper, and you should be able to run the slip of paper between it. It'll come out crimped, but that's okay. And it should run, and you should be able to get a slip of paper between it. That looks okay to me though. Now this motor has 4 screw holes, and I guess I've picked 2 that are directly opposite each other. But guess what, if I picked sort of the 2 that were nearest to each other, it would put the screw nearer this end, and I'd be able to sort of slide it down the hole a little bit more. But that looks okay to me. So that's the truck puller motor. We've got the cap on the end of it. We are running out of grease,